MMA Weekly with Frank Mir, post UFC 107. Frank, congratulations on a fantastic win. You had said before the fight, if you kickbox Czech Congo 10 times, you may win 6 of them, so you felt like the ground was your better place. But you caught him with the left hand. Talk to us about your improvement in your stand-up, and did you see that left hand coming?
Yeah, it's something that actually the coaches and I, Richie, come here, sit down, Richie. One of my boxing coaches, Richie. We talked about it before, and the reason why was because how does Czech stand?
He stands nice and wide, you get that shot in, hands down low.
Yeah, so it's the last thing he actually said to me when I walked out of the middle of the octagon was, 7 Pacquiao, which, meant throw a jab and follow up with the Pacquiao punch. We call it a Pacquiao. We name all. I'm weird because I come from a karate background. I don't like the not naming stuff, so I name everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, you went to the ground. You went in with punches first, then you saw the submission. Was it just his head was up and you saw the submission was there? What was it that you saw you could grab the guillotine?
Well, he gave it to me, and I knew he would from watching his takedown attempts on other opponents. He has a nice thin neck, and he exposes it when he takes you down. You can see he came up on my legs. He didn't explode in, and he gave me the neck. As soon as I felt it cinched in, I just pulled guard, pulled half guard, fell to the right side, to put pressure on the neck. And it's something we had planned on, that we knew that if he pushed me against the cage, and I felt that, honestly, going into the fight, that I feel I'd win the stand-up, pretty easily, just because if you see when he threw punches, the way I slip and move, I have much more of an American-style boxing, and that's, I think, more effective for heavyweights. I don't sit there and really try to block too much on the forearm. I don't sit there and try to use my head to stretch away from shots coming in. And so I feel I would be more effective on the stand-up, and then he would try to take me down, which a lot of people don't realize. Congo's really good in ground and pound. So when he shot in, we planned on the guillotine and a crucifix and a couple other submission holds. I actually wanted to prefer the guillotine. The crucifix puts a lot of pressure on the neck, and I really didn't want him not to tap and do something damage to his vertebrae. So I'm glad that the guillotine sunk him pretty well.
Talk to us about the end of the fight, because obviously he was choked unconscious. Was it you that motioned to the referee? Did the referee shake him? What happened? It's kind of tough to see.
A combination of both. I did look up at Herb, but Herb was already on it and was watching him, and I felt Herb grab, and I felt like he was out, but I didn't want to, because I'm also a pretty savvy guy. I, would play possum inside of a choke to let a guy maybe wonder if I'm still there to let me out. And so I still held it, and I didn't know if he was playing possum or not. So when Herb was checking him out, because I went to call the ref over, but he was already there. And so he checked him out. At that point, I just realized that he'd been out for a while, because how long it took him to recover. And I was just, if anything, once I got up, I was just wanting to make sure he was okay.
With Lesnar kind of in the unknown right now, and let's just say hypothetically if he doesn't come back relatively soon, what do you think about an interim match with you and Shane Carwin? Because he's sitting out there, and it seems like you two guys would be the guys for the interim title right now.
It looks that way. I couldn't argue against that.
That was your last question.
Carwin, I think, is a phenomenal matchup, and I think if I can't fight Brock again to show that I made improvements against that style, I think Shane Carwin is more than an ample substitution. If anything, I think he's a better version.
Thank you, Frank.